I 31F have a niece 10 and a nephew 9. They are the children of my brother 33 meters and my late best friend Amber. I knew Amber since pre-K, and we were the very best of friends. As close as sisters even. I was a birthing partner alongside my brother when she gave birth to her kids. And she was the same for me alongside my husband when I gave birth to mine. I was holding her hand when she died almost 5 years ago. I was still a big part of my niece and nephew's life when Amber was sick and after she died. My brother struggled with childcare, so I offered for free, and my niece and nephew spent almost every day at my house. My brother too. His and Amber's marriage had not been so good near the end of her life, and her getting sick prevented a divorce, but he still has love for her as a mother of his kids, and he didn't want them to never hear about her. I help with that since I have many memories and photos of her. My brother remarried a little over a year ago. SIL, and I got along pretty well at the start, but it did soon turn sour. The first thing was she expressed issues with a photo I displayed in my home from my brother and Amber's wedding of me and Amber. She expressed that it was disrespectful to her to have a photo from my brother's first wedding proudly on display. I told her I had a photo of me and my best friend on display in my home, and there was nothing she could do about it. A few weeks after she started making those comments, she accidentally broke the frame. I made her replace it and told her to stay away from that in future, which set her off some. My niece and nephew still come to my home about twice a week after school. They enjoy it, my brother supports it, and SIL hates it. She has told me to stop doing it, and I told her to speak to my brother, the father of the children. She told me she's the parent too. One of her issues is that sometimes we talk about Amber when the kids are here. Not all the time, but if they ask I will talk about her. Or if they want a story about Amber I share it. But that's one of the problems here. My niece and nephew do not look at Sil as a parent, and they do not treat her as they would a parent. By that I mean they don't rush to her when hurt, they don't seek her comfort when sick, and they don't confide in her like they do my brother. One thing Sil has felt particularly sore about is the fact my niece has an important people scrapbook where she keeps a photo of everyone important to her inside the scrapbook, and she writes about who they are and why they're important to her. Sil has tried to get herself added a lot since she moved in with my brother, but my niece has never wanted to add her. Before Christmas I gave my niece and nephew each a copy of a childhood photo of me and Amber that they had asked me for, and then they asked my brother if they could have a copy in the living room, which he agreed to. They don't have photos of Amber in the living areas of the house anymore, and he wanted them to have the childhood one they liked so much. SIL did not like Aitah and she blamed me. Again I said she needed to speak to my brother. She said he was okay with it, but I should know better than to expect her to live with Amber's memory pushing her out. Every year since before any kids were born, my parents would invite Amber's parents over, and we'd all celebrate together. This continued when the kids came along and after Amber died. After Amber died, I would tell them stories they wanted to hear. Last year we did the same thing. SIL's parents are estranged, so we're not invited to join it. This year she wants to do something just her and my brother and the 2 kids. My brother asked the kids for their opinions and they didn't want to change plans. So he suggested the 2 of them do something for a while on the day instead, but still hated it. This was apparently her final straw, and she turned on me, blaming me for the kids not accepting her more and saying I had too much influence and say on their lives when she's a new mother in their lives. She accused me of making her feel like she has no place in my niece and nephew's life because of the stories and photos I share of Amber. She said Amber would be a distant memory if I would shut up, and they'd be craving a mother's influence. She said my brother might be okay with it, but she is not. She will never be okay with it, and it makes her the outsider. I told her she needed to have this talk with my brother. I was also angry because she said some things about Amber that frustrated me. She has built up a hatred for Amber in the past year that's shown through in that moment. My brother is aware of everything, and I don't know if they're talking it out or not. But still blames me and is still angry at me, Aitah.